How about now? Hey, good evening, everybody. Okay, should be able to hear me now. I hope. All right. Okay. Type in chat to you guys. How about now? Do we have sound now? Can you hear me now? Hey, there we go. Thank you, Jafar and BC Paladin. And Matt is there. I saw Charles was there. Keith. It was Keith. Keith Bleeker's in there late. Thank you guys for showing up. Thank you guys for coming in. I do appreciate it. We're going to try to have tonight doing a little farming. So let me jump you guys over there. Make sure we get you some game sounds. And let's see what we can do here. Alright. So we're going to get going with this. We're going to be doing some mulching here to start off with. And get this mulched up. I don't know that it's actually mulching because it's hay ground, but it is disking it up nice. We're going to get this disked, and then we're going to see if we can get over and get started planting some cover crops. This hay patch or hay field and the wheat stubble next to it will be potatoes next growing season, so we're going to get the ground prepped for that. So, really liking this Landall mulcher disc combo from BC Bueller, found on the Mod Hub. It's working great for us. There was an update. And Jeffer, I'm just going to call you Jeff if that's okay. Jafar. We are on Stone Valley is the map, and this is our potato series. Feel free to jump back in the channel and catch some of those live streams to watch our potato harvest. And this is a little bit tricky to get in and out of here and get these corners nice. But that is what we are doing. Whoops. Easy. There we go. Well, we are getting a little bit of mulch there, so that's good. So, we've got a bunch of potato storage, or potatoes in storage, I should say. And now we're working on ground prep for next year's potatoes. Sounds good, Jeff. Sounds good. I saw your sub come in there a little bit ago. Appreciate you subbing, sir. Thank you so very much. If you guys are in there, if you haven't already, feel free to drop a like. If you're enjoying it so far, that would be awesome. Helps me out, helps the channel out. And we'll see what sort of fun we can have tonight. Currently, since I was muted for the whole intro there, I am on the road for work this week, and I'm coming to you live from northeast Montana, a lovely little place called, Glasgow, Montana. So, drove up here yesterday in what equated to basically a blizzard, and woke up to about 6 inches of snow and about 10 degrees all day today. Since it's dropped to several degrees below zero at the time of our stream. So, we're having some fun in the cold north here of Montana. My location currently, for those of you who know him, puts me about 6 hours, almost straight east of Dirt Farmer up here in northern Montana. He's more on the western portion, I'm more on the eastern portion. So, that is what we're doing tonight. And I see the co-op left their pickup out here, which means their soil sampling tractor is somewhere out here. I suppose we should get that rounded up and returned to them. So, maybe we'll get to that later tonight if we have time. So. Not quite enough room. So let's see. Oh, don't be that way. Come on. Just hoping I can back into this corner and catch it a little nicer than that. But the Landau doesn't want to play nice. So if these vertical tillage machines in real life, they do run about 11 miles an hour. Faster the speed is, the better they work, the better job they do on the soil. So all we're trying to do is just kind of cut up and mix in just the top little bits, so we can get some cover crop planted, and then when we're ready to plant potatoes next spring, we will do a little bit of deep ripping, get rid of our rocks, and then we will plant some potatoes. Oofda. We're going to need some repairs on that hitch. Yikes. Kind of forgot how smooth this Fent Grove here, so. Alright. Got that headland going. We can get into a little bit more of a rhythm here. Slow our cruise control down, maybe not quite that much. Right in there. So how is everybody doing tonight? I know the lighting isn't that great. Audio is hopefully okay now that it's back. Yeah, we'll just be cruising, doing our thing here tonight. So Jeff is new. We welcomed him in. If any of you others are new here tonight, welcome in. Appreciate you being here. Hopefully we can put on a good show for you. So that is, it's making a fantastic seed bed. I kind of like that. We're going to maybe want another headland here. Just a little extra room to work there. So you can see this little strip was a kind of a there we go. We're on Stone Valley, Jeff. Stone Valley. I believe it's Lancey Boy. I think is the map creator. You should probably double check some of that stuff before I just go shouting it around. But it is available on the Mod Hub. And it's going to work for my potato series very well here. I'm just going to drive through this guy's yard if he doesn't mind. I own the house, he rents from me, so hopefully he doesn't mind too much. But we are going to add an extra headland here to give ourselves a little bit easier of a time turning, and then we'll go from there. So Perfect. Thanks, BC. Appreciate it, man. Yep. I know that feeling. Hey, Hot Yuba. How's it going, man? Appreciate you stopping in on a late stream on a, what are we, Tuesday night? So, we're going to see what sort of mischief we can get into tonight. So, very cool. Thanks for joining us on your lunch hour there, Hot Yuba. Appreciate it very much. Hopefully the work day isn't treating you too terrible. There. We'll clean that screen up a little bit. I'm just going to back up here a little bit, try to get that piece there. It's going to make me come all the way back around. 5:15 there in the UK. Very cool. Put you guys. Got the chat window up on my phone here, so hopefully that's going to work for us tonight. Excellent. Always good to have lunch. I remember back when I was on the farm, I usually had my lunchbox emptied out by about 10 o'clock in the morning. And GPS made that, whoops. Ooh. Pretty sure I just hit the co-op's soil sampling tractor, so I'm definitely have to get that back to you. So 1:15 for you there in Western Australia. Awesome, awesome. Thank you guys for joining in all over the world. That's one of those crazy things about doing this live stream and farming, is reaching that audience all over the place. So very cool of you guys to join in for me. That's kind of a neat thing for me for sure. So very cool. So there we got kind of a good shot of the farmyard there. We got our two smaller potato silos, potato storage, and then our big potato shed. Hopefully I've got some plans in the work week for Dave's new potato shed when it comes out. I want to see if I can find a way to incorporate potatoes, that potato building, into this series a little bit. So I do, Jeff, I do have the precision farming on here, so it should be about there on our line. GPS, that should work. riding in the cab. Given this vertical tillage doesn't pull super hard, but our Fendt is down there at about 1500 RPMs. So just kind of, excuse me. There. So, and we've got our cooler there in the corner for lunchbox. So, farm all day. Take a picture out the window here. Take a look at the controls down here. Pretty good. Now the other side there. Back around just in time to make the corner. You know, I am not sure. Let's just take a look. Doesn't look like it. Oh. So that is pretty red. So, in game, I didn't think it was going to be, and I know in real life for potatoes, it's very, it's good for them. The potato guys will let it grow up, and then they'll, about the time a normal hay farmer would cut it and bale it, chop it, whatever, the potato guys will actually plow it under. Puts lots of good, puts a bunch of nutrients and nitrogen back into the soil, and the potatoes do really well on old hay ground. So, kind of trying to do it as realistic as the game will allow. I partly chose this map because it has alfalfa on it, so I could add this little storyline in. So, but glad I could add to the creepiness of the evening for you, Jeff. That's pretty cool that you're thinking it and I'm doing it. So that's kind of cool. Nice long rows here, so this will go pretty quick. And skip a row here, make our turning just a little bit easier. A weird feeling just to go driving off through the middle of the field like that, but thanks to the blessings of GPS, it works and works well. So, big coffee cup holders there. So, liking these mods. I believe this is Custom Modding's 1050 that they brought over from 19. So, from the looks of the social media stuff, those guys have a bunch of good stuff coming out. Hopefully this March. So, well, you got to take those nights and roll with them, Jeff. That's what I say. It's been since last week Tuesday, my last live stream. It's been just a weird run for me too. We had we were gone all weekend for the kids' sports team. They're heavily involved in swimming, so we had the championship swim meet over the weekend, which is always a good time, but always a long days at the pool for my wife and I and them. Good days though, for sure, but yeah, they're long. And then I literally drove home from that, ran a load of laundry through the washing machine, and threw it all back in the suitcase and was back on the road. So it'll be good. Hopefully hopefully I can go home tomorrow. Some appointments today ran long, so I had to move a bunch of this afternoon stuff to tomorrow, so hopefully I can get that all wrapped up and be headed for home tomorrow. Otherwise, if I'm not, I get a bonus Wednesday night live stream. So, might be late, might be early, I'm not sure. Kind of, when I get out on the road, I'm unsure of the schedule. So, sometimes I'm off on time, other times it's extra long days. So, just kind of depends. Right. So we are going to borrow the oh, very cool. Chef Jafar, very cool. I will check it out when I'm done streaming for sure here. So, but for a couple of you that are new, maybe not following the series as much, we've got the main series here that we've got going on is the potato growing, potato raising. We're doing seed potatoes. We've got the Sputnik seed pack in here, and some other things. Kind of giving you guys an idea of what goes into raising seed potatoes. Kind of an offshoot series that I'm doing, and some videos and a little bit in these live streams, is we've got a neighbor down the road that owns a dairy, so all our hay goes to him. He borrows some of our higher horsepower equipment for his dairy, and I borrow some of his equipment, and so we've got his old white tractor queued up in the shed. We've got the duals on it, and we're going to be planting our cover crops with that. So kind of a fun little tractor that I grew up driving. So it was one of the first tractors I learned to drive on when I was growing up. So fun for me to have that on the farm, and as an added mod in the game, just makes it fun. Very cool, Jeff. I'm the same way. I love watching the live streams and having the folks interact back and forth. So, I'm not Jeff. I grew up on a dairy. In 2007, we sold out of the dairy. There was just not enough at that time. There was not a lot of farm to go around, and it was several of us were interested in the farm, but there just wasn't enough farm and no readily available farm acreage to get big, or to be bigger to support 5 or 6 families. So made the decision to sell the cows, and my dad and my uncle still have the farm, and they rent it out. Just keep about 50 or 60 head of beef cows, and do that. So I get a little bit of a taste of farming there. And I work for an agriculture company that puts blockage monitors on air drills. We're out of Fargo, North Dakota. And so being a product specialist for them, I get to travel around, do trade shows, go to dealers, do trainings, and then in the busy season coming up here in about 3 to 4 weeks, depending on the weather, we'll be into our support season. And so guys, when their systems have problems, they'll be calling in the support line, and I'll be helping them with things like that. So it's been a fun job. Keeps me in agriculture, and kind of the cool thing is our equipment goes on just about every color the John Deere stuff, the Case IH stuff, or Go, Vaderstad, Seed Hawk, a couple of little local companies, and so it's just keeps my fingers in agriculture, keeps me up on all the goings on, and you know, to test our system. And I get to ride with farmers and have the opportunity to be on some big equipment. So let me just show you here. I hope I have this pack in here, but I might not. Shoot. The Board Go pack that's available on ModHub. I was working on one of those big Borco drills today, putting our technology on there, so that was pretty cool. So, yep. A lot of folks have you know, either grew up on a farm or lived on farms, or just have a passion for agriculture. So that's pretty cool, Jeff. Let's see here, Hot, yeah. First, go back just a little bit, Hot. I didn't have any clue what I was doing when I started back in August. Literally, I knew how to play the game, and so I downloaded OBS, threw it on my computer, and just started super simple, super easy, and added stuff in as I went. You know, some of the graphic stuff. I'm not really good at that. I just took some advice from some of the guys that were doing it, and you know, have good audio and get a good thumbnail out and play the game, have fun with it. So that's what I'm doing. And some folks keep coming back every time I live stream, so I must be doing something right. The videos are getting watched, so I'm gonna keep doing it. So it's fun. I encourage you to try it. It's interesting, it's fun, and it's a challenge and it takes time, but it is pretty fun and pretty rewarding. So, oh, grapes and wine. Oh, very cool. Okay. Oh, very cool. Very cool, huh? Well, you know, we need, the world needs tire fixers too. I mean, I actually, that reminds me, I need tires for my pickup. So I don't think you'll be able to help me with snow tires down there in Australia, but you know, you never know, maybe. But just kidding. We'll let the company take care of that, not a problem. So, but I mean, it's, you know, tractors have tires, implements have tires, they're going to go flat. So, yeah, 100%, Jeff. It's exactly. I never know what to say or how to say it. Do I say too much? Do I say not enough? You just kind of. I would always talk to myself when I was playing the game. Okay, we're gonna get our tractor and we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. Finally, my wife says, you should just record it and put it up. Put it up on video, see what happens. So, August, we took the chance, and here we are. Oh, Mr. Fury Gaming, how are you, sir? Thank you for stopping in. Appreciate it very much. Have been enjoying the series that you and Gutterball have going on, so definitely missing you guys live. Totally understand. I get why you're doing it, but loving the content nonetheless. So appreciate you stopping in and saying hi. So Jeff and Hot, if you guys haven't checked Fury out, check out Fury Gaming. He's on YouTube. I don't have anybody in throw the links, but he's got some good stuff going over there. Him and his brother Gutterball, they put on a good show and some videos. So he's a good way to kill some time. When you got to kill some time, you can watch his videos and learn a little bit. So, but he's a good guy. So. Just a couple of passes here. Hey, Keith Bleeker is back. Welcome back, sir. Appreciate you. stopping in. I think I saw Rusty Money was going on, so sure a few of you over probably bouncing back and forth between us like you do, so that's awesome. So, oh, no worries, Keith. Not at all. Would not want to interrupt a modder in progress. Who knows what fun the next mod around the corner will be, or what excitement it'll bring to the game for us. So, I saw BC Bueller's Bushel Plus drop today. So if we get to the point in the stream where we can if we get to the point where we can harvest those sunflowers over there, we'll see if we can get that Bushel Plus thing figured out and get it working. So, yeah, I can take a fire pit, throw it in the backyard, have some backyard campfires, Keith. Absolutely. So, the wife has been on me about getting the yard mowed over there, so we're gonna figure out some lawn mowing stuff we got to get taken care of one of these days too. So, ow. You'd be surprised how quick you'd pick it up hot. I didn't know a thing about editing. And you watch some of my videos, still don't. But that's probably the thing I struggle with the most is editing. But what I did when I first started is I just made time lapse and kind of figured out the editing software that I use. I have a Mac, so I use iMovie, and literally I'd record for an hour, put it on there, and I figured out how to make it fast. So an hour long of recording was about 15 minutes of watch time. Added a title, and just kind of learned from there. Watched a lot of other videos just to see different angles, how people were doing different things, and then I kind of like the challenge of figuring out what it is and kind of just kind of figure it out myself. And a lot of the stuff I'm putting out, I'm super happy with. Nobody else may like it. Not a lot of people watch it, but I'm putting out some cool stuff. I'm accomplishing some stuff, and I'm just having a ball with it. So, it's a lot easier for me to sit down and play the game than it is to go, okay, now I got to edit that episode. But my editing is gotten easier. It's gotten faster. And it'll just, practice will make perfect. So it'll get better as it go along. So give it a shot. You never know what happens. So, but oh, I am super sorry to hear that, Fury. That's a definite bummer. That's always a bummer to lose a mentor and some inspiration. So, for sure. And regardless of that, you got to take some time for you. I'm a mental health guy. You got to talk to somebody about something sometime. So take care of yourself. I'll be honest, right now, this right here, what we're doing, this is my therapy. So, this is what gives me relaxation and recharges me. And just, I'm like, hey, so, hey, Game and Joy, appreciate you stopping in, sir. Appreciate the support, man. Hoping to see you again soon. Thanks for stopping. So, ow. Thank you very much, BC. That's awesome, sir. I've wanted to do potatoes in the game, so But I never liked doing it with the in-game base game stuff, just because it's so small and slow. And the Sputnik stuff was released right at the tail end of 19. Just literally, I had it downloaded and played, I don't know, a couple of hours with it, and then 22 came out, and it's like, yeah, well, we'll have to wait. And somebody converted it over. They did it with the original modders' permission. It looks great, works great. There's a few quirks in it, some stuff that's not perfect, but I think it's great. I absolutely love it, and this is great. So I'm loving this. So give it a shot. You never know. Just try it. If you don't like it, maybe you learn something new along the way, but it becomes a fun hobby. So, or a obsession, as my wife would say. But, hobby, obsession, whatever. So that definitely is a bummer. Fury for sure. I can understand the feelings. So. For sure, BC. For sure. So, alright, we got that wrapped up. So now, what we're going to do... Yep. In-game design, you do have to do that, Jeff. And as you'll see in a bit here, when we get over there, or as we come by it, that is, we did plow up our old potato ground. So, exactly, Fury. I started off tonight with a plan, and so far haven't done a bit of it. So, we'll get this as our old white here. See if we can back it out of here without hitting anything. Alright. Up, let's see, and we're gonna have to get some seeds, so we'll have to shoot down to the dealer and borrow one of their trucks. Yes, Jafar, but I have not gotten that deep into precision farming and environmental scores yet. No worries, dude. No worries about spelling. I am probably the world's worst speller. And I live with my wife and kids, and they are amazing spellers. So they are living proof that spelling is not hereditary. Is that my children did not get their spelling skills from me. So. We'll get this guy lined up here. This is the Great Plains 30-foot box drill that we're going to get rolling here. Yeah, exactly, Fury. Mine is usually, as you've seen in stuff, my fat finger's getting in the way, so. Alright, so let's see if we can find one of our Kenworths. I think this will work. No, we do not want that big one. But we're in the right place. I wonder. I think we're gonna. The Great Plains box drill is not Jeff. I believe it is Dennis Farms on his. I think it's his Facebook page that links to his other modding page. I don't believe it's itch.io. There we go. Let's see if we can get some, a little bit of seed here. Alright, let's see. Seriously? Come on. No worries, Fury. You are not a bummer at all. That is tough to hear, tough to talk about for sure. So, why? Oh, my trigger's not working now. So, all right, Fury. Have a good one. Get some sleep. We will see you next time, sir. Appreciate you stopping in. Take care, buddy. Sounds good, Josh. Appreciate you stopping in for a bit. Thank you so much. Hope things are going well for you and the fam and the new puppy. So. Sounds good, Hot. You go take care of that tire. Appreciate you stopping in on the lunch hour. And that sounds like a big tire and a big job, so be careful. Sounds good, Fury. I'll be looking for it, buddy. Alright, so these are our sunflowers. They are looking great. So, what we might do is, actually, I think, well, I wonder if we should, I'd like to get cutting up those sunflowers. I'd like to get this done too. Okay, let's see if this is going to work. It might work, it might not, who knows. And make sure we got this selected to seed radishes. We do have this was gonna work. Maybe not. Let's see. I play on a PC there, Jeff. Way back in the FS13 days, I was on a 360. Nope. Boy, I've just made a genuine mess out of this whole thing, haven't I? Oh, and the sunflowers. Ah, get that thing out of there. Am I missing a trigger here? Oh, maybe that's... Oh, do I have to... Nope. There we go. Just didn't have the pipe out. There we go. Perfect. Alright. I don't think this is going to be enough. Oh, it is enough to fill that. Perfect. So let's get rid of this on the screen now. Actually, knock it around. And let's... That's a weird little... So, just to go to show you guys the detail. Those are actual AGCO part numbers for those oil filters. In a previous life, I worked for a AGCO dealer, and obviously had one of these tractors and sold a bunch of those filters. So let's see here. Do that in pounds, and we want to... Okay, eventually I'll figure out how to use this fancy GPS in this old tractor, but... So we want to go east. We are just a skosh under, so it should work. Except... I was kind of hoping we were going to go a little faster and a little forward, but I do need a track to load, which it won't, of course. There we go. Let's get that baby shifted over just a little bit. Hello there, new person in the chat. Unfortunately, I do not know the language of which your name is. So thank you for joining us. Appreciate you stopping in. Welcome in. Welcome in. So, this might not work. I was hoping this was going to be a little bit more power to pull this. That's about where I want to pull it, is the 6-7 mile an hour range. Okay. Let's just back that down just a little bit. Alright. So this is going to be our... Let's see if I can move you guys here. And so, since we're not putting down any fertilizer, very cool. Very cool, Kubota girl. Welcome in. Fortunately, right now, let's see, all I have, I'll run over here and take a quick look at it. I don't have any of the Kubota tractors, but I do use the Kubota skid steer to move some potatoes around upon occasion. So, and right now we are working on a little bit of a cover crop. I probably should pick the drill up out of the ground. So, let's got that baby in here. Okay. Yep, hopefully it won't be tonight. The next couple of videos that will be coming out. Let's get this lined up a little bit better. We will hopefully be using that Kubota to move some of those potatoes around. Whoops. And then go forward. Very cool, Kubota girl. Very cool. Alright. Dusty Lands mod in here, picking up some dust behind our planter. So, and I want to know how big these fields are. Okay, so this one is 17, but we took this chunk out, so 60-ish. And that one's 20. Okay. I think that'll work. So I think what we will do is we'll run through and we'll plant this with our cover crops here, our oilseed radish, and then we'll advance time the next day. It should make those sunflowers right. And then we can get our bushel plus going and get those sunflowers harvested. We'll have to rent a header from the dealer, which I'm not exactly sure how we're going to do. It could be kind of a challenge, you might say. Excellent. Thank you so much, Kubota Girl. Appreciate the sub. Very much so. And let's see here. Last weekend, rotary back. Oh, very cool. Sounds like a good weekend with some farming and some dirt work. That's always a good thing. So, the neighbor's got a pull-type sprayer, so he just leaves his sprayer controller in here. It's a Trimble GPS screen there. Well-known name in GPS. It's pretty cool. So, just take a look. There was many hours spent me looking out this window when I was but a young lad. The green padding all around the steel cab. Yeah, and even that stuff is just spot on. About as accurate as you can get. So, Julian F. Modding did this one. It is available on the Mod Hub, and he just did a great job with it. He's got a couple of older Alice Chalmers tractors out that are just really cool as well. So, yep. Trimble is a worldwide known GPS, so they provide a lot of components for AGCO equipment as well as case equipment. So, and they are also a big construction industry GPS as well for land leveling, highway building, things like that. So very, very well-known brand. So just different angles here. Clean up that screen a little bit. Very, very cool setup here. This is kind of one of my favorites here. So love the Great Plains equipment, both in real life and in the game. So it's fun to see more of it in game, both in base game and from modders as well. So yep, this is an Izeki. Izeki. Is that how you say that, right? They are a division of AGCO, if I'm not mistaken, those Izeki tractors. Izeki, there we go. Putting the emphasis on the wrong syllable there again, like I usually do. So. I do know of Izeki. Like I said, they're a division of AGCO. They used to make some smaller horsepower stuff, like in the 40 to 50 range. We actually we rented one for several weeks while one of our other tractors was being repaired, and my dad's cousins owned one. It was their feeding and manure moving tractor on their dairy. So I know of them. I've heard of them. In my days as a partsman, I've ordered parts for some of the older ones, so they can be a little bit difficult to track down here in the U.S. So. I did not know about Honda, girl. I knew Mitsubishi did. I didn't know Honda did. That's interesting. So, if you guys would bear with me here for just a moment, I am gonna jump off screen here and grab some more water. So give me just a second here, guys. Thank you. Alright, there we are back. Thank you so much for that brief pause. Throat does get just a little scratchy. So, alright, we are back. So let's jump back into the farming. We'll skip there. We'll have to come back and catch it on the end. So. Thank you, Jeff. Appreciate it. So, eventually, as the stream grows, we will have cool music and funny videos and things to watch. So, I'm working on making a collection of bloopers that'll just play on a loop there. But I only have a handful of really good ones, so get a few more of those out and go from there. So. So, a little bit about this drill. Great Plains 3000 HD 3-section box drill. I'm afraid I do not, Kubota Girl. I have not familiar with that. Not familiar with that at all, unfortunately. So, but 3 sections, 10 foot each section. Folds up and yeah, works great. Looks just like the real ones. I'm not using the markers obviously because I've got GPS roll ones. They're there. That is very much correct, Jeff. The right music is key in my opinion. So having that dialed in is it's tough to get it right. So I know my videos that I put out, kind of some of the short time lapses and montages and things in there, could use much better music than what I've got. So the opening stream here, that music is that was a song written by a friend of mine specifically for me, and so I says, hey, that's cool, can you use it on the stream? He's like, yeah, go for it. So that was kind of cool of him to do that for me, for sure. So okay, very cool. Little girl, very cool. So afraid I'm not too familiar with Japanese TV series or anything like that. So let's see. That works a little bit better. There we go. So there you can see our Sputnik equipment. We got our 2 windrowers and our harvester there, our spud box there. Just about everything needs a bath for sure. So but we'll another little skip there. Biscuits. So everything, all the potato stuff needs to be washed up good before we cruise through winter there. So a couple of more episodes and we'll be able to get that stuff washed up, put away properly, and go from there. So we'll get there slowly but surely. So I can understand that, Kubota girl. My kids make fun of me all the time. I listen to, I love oldies, 80s, 70s, and 80s rock music. Some of the more very late 80s, early 90s country music. That's my favorite. Garth Brooks, Brooks and Dunn, Sammy Kershaw. Whoop, way too soon there. Alabama. And they make fun of me and call me old when I listen to that stuff. We don't want to listen to your old man music, Dad. Put something else on. It's like, well, unfortunately, you guys are trapped in the car, and the driver chooses things. So, too bad for you guys. Oh, that's a bummer, Jeffer. That is a bummer for sure. Did they copyright you or anything, or just ask about it? They are the best for sure. Very nice, Jeff. Very nice. So, okay, so that begs the question, Jeff, because I have to ask my wife, and I just talked about this the other day. I was born in the 80s, and so I consider myself a child of the 80s, right? But my wife, her thought process on that, she was born a couple of years before I was. And she doesn't think of herself as an 80s baby or an 80s child because she doesn't remember much of the 80s. She thinks she's a 90s child. So, oh, very cool, Jeff. Very cool. Interesting, Kubota girl. Is that a good or a bad thing that you look and sound like you're in your 50s? I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that. So I'm assuming you're talking about your taste in old TV shows and old movies and old music and things like that. So I would say you're a young lady with an old spirit. How about that? As opposed to us old guys that have a young spirit. How about that? I don't know. What are we doing down there? What is doing there? Ah, that makes sense, good girl. There you go. You're a young lady with an old spirit. For sure, Jeff. For sure. BC's the what's the right term here? He's the most advanced in the group, apparently. So I don't care. I'm glad you're all here for sure. That is that's what makes this game and this community the best. Is the wide range of folks that are here and enjoying the content. So I do appreciate you guys jumping in and hanging out with us. We are just do a little recap here. Just playing Stone Valley, hanging out. This is our potato series, but right now we're planting some cover crops for our potatoes. And just generally hanging out, having a good time, hanging out with you fine folks. So if you haven't, feel free to drop a like. It helps the stream out, helps the channel out. And helps my stuff get pushed out in YouTube world, so that you can find us back. Find us back the next time if you're so inclined and you've subscribed. Click that bell. That way you'll get a little notification on your phone or your computer, whatever. Next time I go live or anytime I post some content. So. Very nice, Jeff. Very nice. My youngest daughter, who is not quite 12 yet, she absolutely loves Jurassic Park and has since she was probably little enough that she really shouldn't have been watching the movies. But her older sisters don't like them. They're too scary for them. But she absolutely loves them. So, but BC, let's see, that would put you. Well, you're not quite to the big birthday just yet. You're rapidly closing in. Let's see, that must be about the should be about the 10th anniversary of your 44th birthday, give or take, depending on when your birthday is, if I'm doing my math right, which probably aren't. So probably shouldn't do improv math on the stream. It's a bad idea. Okay. This is going fantastically well. Okay. I'm super happy. This is going in. Let's just take a little spin along the back of the drill here. Take an eye on things. Looking pretty good. Yeah, it was a couple years off. I'm close. So that was a. So I can remember when I was young, my dad. I don't want to say he skipped, but he didn't have a big birthday blowout when my mom turned 40. He just had kind of her brothers and sisters over, and had a little bit of cake, and it wasn't a big thing. And then the next year, he had a big blowout, and she couldn't figure out what he was doing. He said we were celebrating the first anniversary of your 40th birthday, and so she thought that was pretty cool. So. There you go. That works perfect. For sure. For sure. Well, I always say several things. You're only as young as you feel. And like wine, you get better with age. Good or bad, right or wrong, that's what I always say. Although I am noticing that sneezing and sleeping wrong can... We're stopping here. Sneezing and sleeping can cause what feels like irreparable neck damage at times. So, I'll just leave that there, because if you know, you know. Why are we... No. Devoted girl, you're not. Like we said, you're young with an old spirit. True, Keith, true. I was more going for the, I feel young, ready to go. So, alright, why do we keep stopping here? What's going on? That's something wonky here. No, everything appears to be going along normally. Sort of. Must be just a goofy spot in the field. So, alright. Yes, BC. That is 100% accurate right there. So. And a sneeze can leave you debilitated for a week. Yep. Isn't there a song? Old enough to know better, but still too young to care, or something like that. Yeah, what you just said, Keith. Isn't there a song like that, or something? Ah ha ha ha. Very nice, good girl. There you go, Jeff. There you go. Well, now what's going on? For some reason, which I haven't figured out why, my iPad keeps dinging that I'm trying to talk to Siri when I'm not. Yep, I had my my oldest daughter look at me the other day and go, "Don't you know better? Aren't you old enough to know better?" I'm like, yeah, probably, but still don't care. So, flexing that drill, nice. There you go, Keith. There you go. Yeah. Hey, watch this and hold my... Yep. Excuse me. I'm trying not to start yawning already. I think I can safely say I've never had a Sailor Moon hoodie. A lot of Fint hoodies, a couple of Case hoodies. I don't think we are, Kubota Girl. I'm just farming. You guys are just chatting. I'm just having some fun here tonight. And I'm just going to say, if this is boring, I'll take it, because I'm having a good time. This is just what I needed after today, so. Hanging out with you folks, streaming, talking about absolute random whatnot. There you go, BC. There you go. I certainly wouldn't expect that, Quota Girl, at all. I don't think I do, Jeff. Is that the one that limits to real speed limits or allows you to set them? I've heard of it. I don't believe I have it in this save. There you go, Keith. Now you're talking, buddy. That's right. Okay. Yeah. I can plant faster. I'm kind of going for as realistic as I can with this series. Kind of within the bounds of game and a few other things. So right in that 6 to 8 mile an hour range where we are is probably a little bit fast for this drill, but we've got a good smooth feel. The drill's not bouncing too much, so I think we're okay speed-wise here, realistically speaking. Okay. Yep, that's the one I was thinking of. I definitely don't have it in the save. So, so let's start talking through this a little bit here for those sunflowers. We're going to need to add bushel plus. I want to anyway. And we need the sunflower header. So I think for right now, yeah. Yep, that's definitely something I'll check out. See what it's all about. And we'll see. Who knows? I think we'll just have the dealer deliver that sunflower stuff. Because otherwise I have to drive the combine down to the dealer, pick it up with the combine, set it on the trailer, drive them both back here. It's just as easy to have the dealer deliver it and pay a little extra for it. So. Okay. Oh, there is food there that I completely forgot about. That is totally alright, Jeff. E, I have found, is an exciting letter. Did you see what I did there? Yeah, that's right. That is the quality content you guys have come to expect from BigSky Farms. And if you need to leave now, I will totally understand. So, alright, come on, old white. Let's get it going here. Luke, our last pass, second to last pass, I guess it's going to be. Gonna work it this way. Which is weird there, Kubota Girl, this one that I'm pulling, or the ones where you are? Not quite sure what we're looking at there. Oh, okay. What kind of stuff do they plant where you're at there that makes them weird? Very cool, Jeff. Well, but the day's not too old for you yet, is it? I mean, isn't it early in the morning there where you are? Oh, okay. Very nice. What kind of crops do they plant with those? Alright, so we'll run down and back. Looks like we'll overlap a little on that last pass, but I'm okay with that. Clean up those headlands behind the equipment. Move this over to field 6 and get ready to plant it. Then we will advance some time to the next day, and hopefully those sunflowers will be ready and we can get those harvested. And that will be a good stream so far. Let's see what else. Vegetables and rice. Okay, interesting. Very interesting. I love learning about different crops, different things, different ways they're grown. So. Ah, okay. Okay, very cool, Jeff. Well, maybe not very cool that you stay up that late, but I get it. I understand. So, I definitely know I used to be that way. And I still can from time to time, but I'm finding that the longer amount of time I go without sleep, the longer recovery time I need. And less often I can do that sort of stuff. So I get where you're coming from, though, for sure. Okay. Very cool, little girl. Very cool. Okay. Get this finished up. Very nice. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, just this little tickle in the back of my throat just won't go away. Easy. Ooh. That's gonna leave a mark on something, I'm sure. I have to pull that ahead a little bit, or back into it some more. Yeah. Okay. So keep this straightened out again. Come on, come on. Got a little gasoline engine on there and a little planter behind it. Very cool. Alright. Pick this up. Get that little spot right there. Okay. Excellent. First field of green manure there, so we'll park this over on the edge of this field. Oops. I think this cedar would buck around so much. Alright, so we're going to go shut him off. Cruise past the incredibly loud potatoes. We'll just run down to the house. Up in here, and we are going to sleep for a little bit. Yanmar tractor. Now there's another brand I've heard of but haven't seen in a while. Alright, so first thing we're going to want to check is harvest. And our sunflowers are still... Did I goof it up? Oh no. We have to go into October before they're going to be ready. So, yep, absolutely, Jeff. Unfortunately, this is not... Whoop, careful, everybody. This is not a house that I can go in to sleep. So, on the Morris, Manitoba map, the house there, you can go in the bedroom and sleep, go in the closet to the bathroom. I forget which one. You can change your clothes, and that's a really cool map. I had fun on that one there. We'll be going back there at some point, but not right now. Alright, so I haven't figured out how we can grow cotton and potatoes in the same place. We're not going to farm cotton, but we are going to run down here. Got a call this morning that the co-op would like their pickup and soil sample trailer back. So we're going to go work on getting that back for them. And once we get done with that, I would too, Jeff. I'd like it not driving in the water, silly thing. I'd like a little bit more developed. Like you can, have like baby calves and things like that. But, so growing up on a dairy, I know a lot about the dairy and things like that. So some of those expanded stuff would be awesome. I think the thing I'd love to see Giants do most, though, is take this precision fertilizer pack and expand on it so that you can have different types of fertilizer that you need to do different crops, take different types, things like that. So, alright, let's get that baby folded up. And let's boogie back over to the co-op. Oh, they've got their truck over here. Well, we might need that with some more, we might go top off the drill a little bit. Whoops. Whoop. Hopefully it's still back like we did. So with my expert driving abilities, lucky that tractor's still tied on back there, so. Yep. I have done the same, Jeff. Right out of high school for about a year and a half, 2 years. I was in the... It's exactly right, BC Palin. Exactly right. In P&K. For sure. Right out of high school, I was in on the family dairy. I was in rotation every 3 days. I was up at 2 o'clock in the morning and 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Milk cows. So Dad always joked that he had 2 wives. One was, or he was married to two entities. My mom being one, and 100 milk cows being the other. So this was one of our little family jokes that really nobody outside the dairy industry got. But we did our best. We did our best. So, all right. So let's see. So this guy, we want to shut that GPS off. So, we're going to have a learning moment here. We're going to make sure our... Okay. About ready to give up. Very cool, BC. Very cool. About ready to give up on these stupid sunflowers because apparently they're still not ready to harvest. So we're going to get a couple of things from the store, and we're going to fast forward one more day, see if they're ready. So here is this. Kind of a simple little mod, but I think it's going to be fun. Because we need to let the... let's go here. Let dairy. Hi vey, it's getting late. We need to have the dealer know where to deliver this. So, okay, now I believe I will be able to pick this up, maybe? I suppose it's too heavy. Oh, okay. Kubota Girls Vegetable Farm, very cool, very cool. Oh, I probably should get some rest, but I'm not going to. Whoa, why is this thing... Is Super Strike this? I think it did. All I had to do was pick this thing up? Maybe? I don't know. Okay. So let's go lease a... So we got this little one, which is 5.7 meters. I think there is a bigger one. Ah, yes. Here it is. 12 meters. Is there a bigger one? Nope, just our old-fashioned honeybees. So I think this is the one we're going to get. And are going to lease it just under $5 grand? Absolutely. Okay. So, let's go. No, I think so. Let's see if our big old Fent here favorite combine in the world right here. Let's see. Oh, of course. Okay, so be prepared, citizens. There we go. Okay, now I believe we're supposed to be able to somehow move this thing around. And he wants it. I gotta move you guys here a little bit. Right up under rear axle. Better turn that off. Okay, so give me just a second, Jeff. Alright, so what this is, it's a mod available on the mod hub called Bushels Plus. And what it is, it's a loss measurement system. So you put this in real life, mind you. You put this device on, and this is a magnetic tray here, or a magnetic cover, and this tray sits in there. And there's a little, this electric release, if you will, or something that demagnetizes it. And so what we do is we mount it. I don't know if I'll be able to. There it is. There it is. Definitely see it on this spot. So it's mounted right up here under the axles. And as we're driving along through the field, I'll hit the key and it will drop that pan. You do the same thing in real life, and when that pan drops, it's behind the machine, so it's after your header, but before what's coming out the back. So then you can go back, and in that pan will be the chaff, the straw, whatever, and any grain that is essentially leaking out of the back of your combine, grain loss. So BC Bueller had the great idea. He was actually contacted by this company to put it in the game, which I think is really just cool. And so he built this and coded it essentially that you get 10% extra yield with this little mod on there. So whether it works or not, we're going to go try it and see what happens. So hopefully I can get next to the spray shed here and pick this header up. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. But now we back up. Reposition our thing here. Okay. So let's select our trailer here. I'm going to zoom in. There we go. Like that right there looks good. Okay. So let's. Oh, it's really close there. All right, cool. Yep. So I use an Xbox controller here. All I do is hold down both the left and right bumpers, and I can move it, whoops, wherever it needs to go. So the video I watched that we put out, so we just go right here on the rear axle, and it just sits up there out of the way. It works grand. So we're gonna try it. We're gonna see if we can harvest some. Oh, I hope I can sneak along the edge of this. Okay, perfect. I want to wreck our oilseed radish here, so. And let's see, we want a course. Oh, we got to get him going too. Oh, they're still not ready. Oh, this is killing me. Okay. Well, looks like we'll have to wait one more day. We're going to take the truck. Down over here and see if we can unload the rest of this seed back into the grill. That was a terrible shot. Don't know how to drink, apparently. Oh, embarrassing. How'd that happen on live stream? My goodness. Yep. Boat Girl, it is gonna float, or I believe the real ones actually are just mounted. They're just magnetic to the rear axle. Hey, Sim Guy, how are you doing, man? I am doing very well. So we are cruising along here on our farm. Let's get those open. We'll see if we can get the rest of the seed in there. How are you doing, my friend? Whoops. Careful, Charlie. Don't overshoot the runway. So, technically, it's still, there's still a little bit left. Shoot. Technically, it's still Tuesday night here in the Americas. So, seems to be early morning or mid-afternoon, or I'm not even sure. What time is it in Japan there, Butter Girl? The time seems to be ranging all over in chat tonight. So, yep, not a problem, man. Appreciate you stopping in. Appreciate the support for sure. So hopefully you got your... Whoa, that's really fast. Hopefully you got your OBS stuff sorted out for your next stream. So... let's maybe try this here. See if that helps. Yeah, no. Those will put away. Okay. Are these things ever? Wednesday, 4 p.m. Okay. Kubota Girl gets the prize. Excellent, Simgay. Glad to hear it. Why? Apparently we have to go deep, deep, deep into November to get these guys to be ready. Oh, and now it's going to rain, so we can't. Just a little showers throughout the night. Goodness. There's more rain. There we go. Whew. Spending leasing costs. Goodness. All right. What do you think? We've got 2 more weeks. There you go. There you go, Kubota Girl. All right. Let's see. We have orange. Finally ready to harvest. Okay. So one thing we want to do, get running all over, is kind of different here. Is these trucks can be used for all sorts of crops. So we're going to put our crop in here. Ah, exactly. That must be it. There, Kubota Girl, that must be it for sure. So. Alright, so, since we're this close, I do want to get a course by course set up here now. This could be somewhat dangerous to set this course up. We're going to try it. Rid of that. Okay. So we want 2 headlands. We want to start on the center. Very little overlap. Go on the longest edge. Generate this. See what happens. Interesting, that's where it wants us to start. Okay. So, wait. Hold on, what? You have vending machines with cans of cake? Really? I feel like that's something we should have here. Then I'd probably be more broke than what I am, and, well, let's just say more round, shall we? Alright, let's see how. Yes, she says. I do want to check if I have this set. Fertilizer is set off. Okay. So let's try this. Really? I thought you could plant oilseed radish all the time. Oh. Can I plant anything in this field? Nope. Alright. Sounds good, Sim Guy. Appreciate it. The wheels are rapidly falling off of the stream anyway, so okay. Let's just be done with that. And let's take this. Get rid of this. This. A vending machine with pictures of random people? Interesting. What do you mean, Jeff? Courseplay? Oh, shoot. Once you get the basics, courseplay is easy and amazing. Okay, so let's try to see through on this edge. Here we go. Alright. I'm going to put a truck at each end of the field. So hopefully that will... we can dump on each end and just kind of keep going until everything's full. We'll see how that goes, though. We'll have some funny headlands to do, but should be a good time. So without further ado, let's set a course. And oh, okay. So, if any of you know about harvesting sunflowers, because I don't know anything about them, we're able to harvest these at 9 miles an hour, which to me seems absolutely crazy. I just created a track, silly thing. What? It's kind of an interesting spread pattern there, but we'll go with it. So yeah, 9 miles an hour. I have no idea. I've never combined a sunflower in my life, so I'm assuming this is somewhat close to realistic, but maybe not. I don't know. I'm gonna go with it. I know at 40 foot ahead with this thing, and maxing out the number of horses this combine's got. Okay, so there's supposed to be something. Cover, I think it's the Z key. Drop that thing there. Wait till all the chaff comes out. No, didn't. I want to detach it. Oh, there we go. Okay. So now that we know that, we will wait till we're around the corner here a little bit. We are going to check here in just a minute. So the tough part here is should be able to get a good test. So what the claim to fame here is that this thing will add 10%-ish to our harvest. So I'm going to do a little bit of opening work here to get over to our truck, and we're going to get the field opened up. Holy cow, BigSky, come on, pull yourself together, man. We're going to cut over to the truck. We're going to unload this little bit into there, and then we're going to do a pass with it on and a pass with it off, and compare the results. Yep, so it's, I think it affects the back end. Hey, Nuclear Sim, how are you, sir? Welcome in, welcome in. Appreciate you stopping by. Hope you're having a good night, morning, or afternoon, wherever you might be. Now my nose is itching. Somebody is talking about me. That's what my grandma always said. Your nose itches, somebody's talking about you. So, okay, so we will remember this number. This should be... Okay. So we keep over to it, and we drop it. So we dropped it in the field. So this should give us, this pass should give us 10% more than the pass coming back. So we'll watch and see. Day went well. A little bit of a long day, not quite as planned, but still a good day. And finishing off with a good old-fashioned stream. So I am happy as happy could be. So. I wonder what hour. Move you guys over here again. Oh yeah, yield is looking terrible. So, all right. Move you guys over here to the right, so we'll see how that goes. Okay, so this pass got us $23.61. It's 23, almost 2,400 pounds. So we'll unload that. Mr. Keith Bleeker from the lurking in the background. Welcome back, sir. So now we're going to go make a pass without this and see how it does. For those of you just jumping in, Nuke, we are checking out this Bushel Plus mod from BC Jeweler. So I dropped it somewhere back around here. There it is. So we're going to jump out and see if there's anything in it. Ooh, dun dun dun. Nope. Appears there's nothing in it. I don't know why I'm jumping. I just felt jumping. Okay. So, leaving trails. We'll carefully carry this back to the combine and see if we can pick it back up again. Huh. I just realized that. That should be close enough. I didn't really watch to the end of the video to see how to pick this thing back up. So just like that. Okay. So now we'll throw the whole thing off. And we'll go over here and fire everything up and see if this pass is less. No. Well. Sure wish I had started that pass better. So if my calculations are correct, should be in the neighborhood of about 21,000 pounds, give or take. So we'll see. If it gains us 10%, we'll go pick it up and drive around the field with it on. So we're a little over halfway. Whoop. And I think that affects us too much. 1,400 pounds. Yeah. I'm betting that's gonna put us pretty stinking close. I think we're gonna go over. Or no? Well, okay. So it's almost exactly, because the other one was 2361. This is 21, so it's almost 200 pounds more per pass. Hey, I'll take it. I will take it. I mean, it's farming. Every little bit helps, right? Okay. So let's cruise back down to the other end, and we'll open up that other side. And I believe this field is going to need some line too. Okay, so let's slip in here. Okay, cool. Back on the blaze here. Clean up the screen for you all. Let's see if we can cut some sunflowers. Now that we got our impromptu testing done, we will get the rest of this field opened up. I'm not sure why it's dropping a windrow type shape below the header. Or is that... oh, I wonder if that's part of Bushel Plus. Might be. No, it's coming from the header. I don't know. I don't know. Might never know. We might never find out. It's how... oops. That's how sunflowers work. But I know being able to harvest them this fast, I am enjoying the game because I'm loving this. It's probably not super realistic, but sometimes we're not on late live stream or early to the UK folks, or late afternoon to the Japanese folks, or mildly late, mildly early evening. BigSky might need a nap. A little punchy. Okay. So we're going to let the computer drive here for a minute. We're going to grab a drink. Okay, we're back. Best part of this combine, no steering wheel. The second or third best thing about this combine is that the handles move when you're steering and when you're going forward. Excuse me. I'm just going to cough for a second. And growing sunflowers, you have to have a planter to plant this. Oh, in the end cab? Well, I mean, it's tough. Oh, yeah, missed a little there myself. Okay, that was bad. Ooh, you're right, Jeff. No bueno. We'll not do that again. 0 out of 10. Do not recommend. We're going to leave. Yeah. We're going to leave that little stock on the beam because the birds might eat some. What do you think the chances are that we're lined up almost perfect on this run with the edge? I'll take it. I will take it. Yes, Jeff, I certainly do see what you mean. So. Well, trying to drop the... Oh, that's why. There we go. And we dropped it. Alright, we are 60% full. Perfect. So we know we can make it back around to that other truck and have the field nice and opened up, and we're ready to go. Some interesting little division in that field. Excuse me. I apologize for that giant ear-splitting yawn. BigSky probably should go to bed. If BigSky knew it was good for him, he would go to bed. But he is having too much fun. I can't believe I'm sitting here talking to a group of strangers in third person. Oh well, we're gonna go. Anyway, you guys aren't strangers, you're merely friends I haven't made yet. But you're in my stream. We're chatting. We're friends, right? Just as well. Let's just be friends and call it a day. We're gonna harvest these sunflowers, so we'll get a call it a night. But we'll see. Maybe we'll get the old John Deere Turbo Max out here. No, Max Chisel out here. We'll see. You never know. No worries, Jeff. That is definitely a call you want to answer. Don't miss it. So we're going to try this. See if we can make it to the other end and unload there. I think we can. What do you think? Should we check? Awesome, Jeff. That's awesome. Thank you guys all for being in here. Appreciate you checking, man. Thank you guys all for hanging out with us tonight. I know a bunch of you are lurking in the background, and that is totally fine. I do a lot of that myself, so I know you're kind of listening and kind of watching, so I do appreciate it. So, okay, we better check. 90. I don't think we're going to make the end, are we? Let's get rid of that. 95. 97. It's going to be real close. Yeah, I knew you guys were there. I appreciate it. I better switch to bushel view. Ooh. Think we can get 2 more bushels in there? Right at the... Oh no, it didn't quite do it. Awesome. Okay. So, let's unload into this truck. Yeah, you know, playing with HUD hider on, that is probably something I should give a look, isn't it, Jeff? Ooh. Truck full already. Getting these trucks don't haul so or hold too much. So let's go. This one. Let's do some cutting. See, Jeff, with GPS mod, now you can run in-cab view because you don't have to worry about skipping because the computer is driving for you. You're making some food there, Kubota girl. What are you making? What's for supper tonight in your house? Yep, I believe I have crop destruction on this one. I haven't braved manual attach yet, man. I'll be honest. I haven't done it. I don't know if I could. So I probably should give me a little extra realism, but I don't know. I'm afraid I'd forget, get frustrated. Who knows what else? Rice with curry and meatballs. Ooh, that sounds delicious. It's so much quieter in the cab here. Yeah. Foot pegs and handles. This is a video gamer's dream combine right here. So that's what I think. I don't know. What do I know? We are into November, correct? So we probably should look at some prices. How much? Check out our stock check mod here. So potatoes are down. Their high is January. Everything else is March. And our hay is also January. Yeah, we definitely want to hang on to our spuds right now for sure. Yeah, there you go. So it's interesting when I'm on the road like this. I've got my just my Xbox controller. When I'm at home, I use my wheel and side panel and all that stuff. And it's funny, when I have the wheel, I find myself driving in cab a whole lot more than when I have the controller. It's weird. It's like I don't do it on purpose. It's like, oh, I have a steering wheel. I should be in the vehicle driving it. So it's one of those weird observations when you start thinking more about your gameplay, thinking about things you want to talk to your audience about. It's craziness. back up and get that one bit. And the texture, a little bit big, but I think it's okay. Don't think we're going to get this in both trucks, but I don't think we'll have to take the second truck back out here. Well, maybe. I don't think we're going to fit it all on one truck in the combo. We'll see. We'll see. You know, I've found that too, Jeff. And I also learned from when I was little that I am somewhat tone deaf. So when I watch all these videos about how to get the best sound, and blah 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 blah, I find myself not able to hear the differences that they're making with some of these filters and everything for the audio. So, but I'll be honest, to sit here in a room by myself, talk to myself, talk to you guys, I don't even notice it anymore. But when I hear my videos back, it's like, oh, it sounds terrible. Oof. Hate it when I miss the cue and forget to drop the header. Well, I suppose that header does sit high enough off the ground. We probably don't need it raised when we turn. Oh well. What are we doing? 88%. I bet we don't make the end. Oh well. It's a good problem to have, having to cut out halfway through a pass. Yep. I would agree, Jeff. I'm the same way. I don't play a whole lot of ATS though. I'd love to get the shifters and everything set up. I just don't have the time to do it. Better watch what we're doing here, otherwise we're going to run over a bunch of crop. But yeah, Farm Sim and Grand Theft Auto, actually. I don't play Grand Theft Auto on this channel. I only have that for the old Xbox 360. Every once in a while I break it out, give it a play. So, okay. Cruise over. Look. No, that's why you got blow his back on the tailboard. I don't know why. You just do. It happens. So, he thinks that this is going to not be able to get engine. So we're going to shut him off. Throw a tarp over it. Go into Fred's driveway here. Fred will mind. Fred's a retired guy that helps us out driving the truck once in a while. Okay. Oh, let's see. Yeah, I think we want to come in this way. Yeah, that'll work. Alright, well, the other one's unloaded. We'll come get this guy. Run him down to the farm. I don't know that it is worth unhooking the semi and bringing it out here with the grain trailer on. Just don't know if that's worth it. Just run back and forth with these little trucks. And because I can, I just shortcut the corner here. Super smooth backing up for these trucks. Whew. So we are... no, Jeff, I don't think I have. Is it done well, or is it just a goofy, like a 1,000-meter header? It's just a regular header with a really wide work area built into it. Loaded as well. Okay. Okay. Oh, no, we won't get that any other truck. Let's move this guy. Okay, this should be enough truck to get us finished up. Let's jump around, take a look at the equipment. Hey, there's another shot of our Kubota for Kubota Girl. And we will go. Actually, since we can, we'll finish this short row, and then we'll jump in. Let's unload all the way, start off empty, and see how much we can get. Looks like it picks up double. Okay, Jeff, that makes sense. So. take too long to unload. About 200 bushel in there, so there's room for about 300 more. That gives us a pretty good idea of which direction to go with this finishing up this field. So I think we're just going to kind of cut right up the middle and hope for the best. It's worked out so far for us tonight. Make this turn around to the other side. We will also pull up our time-saving stock check mod for Mr. Mark Haythornwaite and see how our sunflowers go. Okay, we can sell those in March along with the stuff that we can't sell. Ooh. Liquid fertilizer for a pile of money. So we're gonna try as best we can to put our liquid fertilizer on in stages. We'll put a little bit on when we plant and a little bit on with the pivots. Excuse me, now I have hiccups. And maybe a little bit more with pivots, or maybe we'll spray the last little bit. I'm not sure. This presents a unique problem because I don't think can I make 4 full strips? I bet I can. Problem is it won't all fit this turnout. This might have to play with that just a little bit. Alright, let's keep it going here. See what's going to happen. Oh yeah, we'll be able to get it. All of this will fit in the combine. Not all of it will fit on the truck. They're very much under on our soil's in a terrible position, so we definitely need to get that taken care of. Oh wow, I didn't realize it was Sounds good, Charles. You too. Appreciate you hanging out with us tonight. Have a good evening or good day. It might be getting to be a good day for you too. Not sure. So, either way, we appreciate you hanging out. Oh yeah, easy for this. Brian Oro, royalty. Morning, sir. Welcome into the stream. Welcome, welcome. Glad you could join us. Alright. 330. That other was 200. Ooh. Alright, citizens. Place your bets. Place your bets on if this will all fit in the truck or no. Here we go. GPS line. Survey says winner, winner, chicken dinner. Alright, so we're gonna throw we fit down. We better not go down high. Let's just cut down this edge here. Welcome in, Brian. How are you doing? Actually, I think that grassy patch right there is a good place to put this header for that. He has an idea for later. Okay. Oh, and we've got to go. Why are we turning left? Actually, go over to this side, will it? Shoots, shoots, shoots. Back. Ooh. Better lay off the cookies. It's hard to fit through that door. Almost 8 a.m. there where you are, sir. Excellent. Excellent. Thanks for stopping in and spending a bit of your morning with us. Ooh, that just fits with the extensions up. Alright. Perfect. Well, we're going to take this opportune moment to move this guy over. I'm not sure exactly what happened in this one, but oh, I remember now. We were gonna try and get some better lines for our pivots, and that just kind of went south on us there. So. And our plowing got a little out of hand the other day. So. Brian, I'm going to go out on a limb and say with the cloverleaf there, are you over in Ireland? Or where might you be about in this wide world? Very cool. Very cool. Well, thanks for joining us. Like I said, we are going to plow under this little strip over here to make us a normal-sized field without this goofy shape out here in the middle. And then we will then we'll park this in the corner, and we will bring our two trucks back to the yard and unload. Now, this is kind of a check that. We're going to have to do some impromptu landscaping right here, because I don't like how this corner is. So we're going to have to paint. Yeah. Okay. And I would like a little bit more there. Not quite that much, so we'll work a little bit of that under. Okay. Alright. Now, before I really screw stuff up, save. How do I do this? Yep, I absolutely could, Jeff. But for right now, I kind of like those trees there. We're going to have to use GPS for this, because otherwise I'm going to make just a giant mess. So, let's turn it on. See if we can get it to set course. To set a width, BigSky. Come on. Maybe that was good. Well, let's just get this over here instead. Because then maybe things will be better. Like that. You end up right there. Okay, so let's do that, baby. Exactly what I want to do, but it'll be okay. Oh, we'll have some stone picking to do as well. Whoo-wee! Lots of stuff to do. Okay, let's get this angle done, and then we can come back the way. And then snug that line right up against the edge, not quite that far. There we go. Alright, so good thing I remembered that keybind. Now I don't have to open up the menu. Good job, BigSky. Gold star for the night. Oh, they're spot on there. And let's get that nice and straight right there. Oh, this is going to be beautiful. Oh, did I really pull it up out of the ground too soon? Oh, man, I did. Ugh. Take away your gold star, BigSky. Shame on you. Oops, did not mean to jump out of the tractor. I do want to put a little bit of meadow in here. So, Okay. That's nice. Everything looks good. Let's throw a quick save. Okay. Let's, whoops. Better check, because I don't remember. Okay. First, park this guy in this corner. New driver. A little rough on transmission. Is this one that moves? Does it move? Nope. Drive the Kenworth right into it. Worst driver farm sim right here. BigSky Farms. Alright, let's go get the other truck in as well. Nope, that is true, Jeff. I definitely was not. So. Okay, well, I think, guys, we are going to call that a morning, or an evening, or an afternoon. Pull this other truck into the shed. Take a quick look at our time save stock check mod and see how much sunflowers we've got. About 54,000 liters. Could be worth almost 800. That's a nice little payday for us. So, alright, that is going to be the end of the stream. Thank you so much for watching. Appreciate you hanging out. If you liked what you saw, go ahead and click the like button. If you're interested in watching it again or more of it, there are the subscribe button and the bell button. That'll let you know when I post content or go live the next time. Until then, hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.